Oh, man. Whew, I look awful. It has been a while since I have been on camera. Alrighty, here we go. Hey guys, it's Evan here, and welcome back, finally, at long last, to another video. Sorry if I don't look great. I barely put myself together this morning. Anyways, yeah, making a video. Let's do this, because I want to start on this project, and I can't start on this project until I make the video, so yeah, here we go. So, what is this project? As the title suggests, this is something I am extremely excited to get to work on. Little intimidating, but excited. So this is a, McLean. Oops. So what is this project we're going to be working on here? As the title suggests, it is an Amazing Spider-Man 1 suit. McLean Krieger's, Amazing Spider-Man 1, to be exact, printed on colored fabric. This was done up by Heroes Time, and yeah, I get to paint this thing. And now why am I saying I get to paint this thing rather than I get to cosplay this thing? Well, because this suit is not actually mine. This is for my good friend Aaron Riven, link to his social stuff down in the description below, I guess. But anyways, yeah, so he got this costume because he really wanted to do it. I've always been afraid to order because I'm picky on stuff, and I figured, hey, use him as a test dummy. So what did he get? He got this from Heroes Time. Printed on colored fabric. He did the screen printed emblems, but we'll get to that. I'm going to do some modding for this. And basically, he got the costume. I offered to paint it for him because I have always wanted to paint one of these. But you know, money's tight sometimes, so you can't drop your own money on stuff. And he said, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. So yeah, I'm going to be doing an entire puff paint job of this thing. So let's go ahead and look at this thing and see how it actually looks before we start painting it on up. So what I want to start with actually for the full overview is the mask. This is really cool to have. This is my personal McLean Krieger face shell and lens set on a McLean mask. Well, if you guys don't know, McLean passed away a couple of years ago. Don't remember the exact date, but he did pass away, unfortunately. So this suit, having these two as a combo is really special. Now, this isn't the shell that Aaron's going to be using with his. He'll probably use it for some of the initial photo shoots and stuff, but he will be getting his own facial lens sets, because I'm keeping this, because this is my shell, you know? And then just to take a close-up look at that, like, look at how good that printing is. Like, I get to paint this up. This is going to look so much fun to paint. Downside to this is they did not include a zipper on the back of the mask. Now, luckily you can, like, you know, pull it over your head, but I do kind of worry for the quality of the paint. Now, luckily, Aaron is going to actually be battle damaging this suit up a bit. I think that is the plan, at least of the time I'm filming this video. So, like, my paint job, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I still want it to be perfect because I want this suit to be as good as possible. But yeah, no back of neck zipper. It does make it a little bit hard to pull on sometimes, but yeah, look at that. It looks cool. And now, just for funsies, here I am wearing this thing. I have always loved how this thing looks, and I really cannot wait to do my own version of this project, because I love the Amazing Spider-Man suit, and God, that just looks so cool. And the best thing about this is there is a fog seal on the inside of this mask. It essentially runs right about there, and I can breathe as hard as I need to. I can still see everything pretty dang perfect. I truly need to do my own version of this cosplay at some point in the near future. Okay, so now getting on to the body of this costume, kind of going from top neck down. So you got that beautiful red printing in there. It looks utterly fantastic. You got the accurate neck pattern going on there, where it's got like the little V-loop there. No back neck zipper. I think they forgot to put that on. Again, it's gonna make trying to get the head through a little bit difficult, but you know what? You'll work with what you got sometimes. You've got the front spider there, which again, they did do a printed spider on top of it, which looks good. It just kind of sacrifices the gaps. I will be painting the gaps onto this thing. Possibly also painting on top of this to give it more of a shine. I don't know. We will go ahead and see. We will find out. I'll be painting all the web lines, all the honeycomb. Luckily this honeycomb, it looks like it's going to be pretty simple compared to what my current project is. which we're actually going to take a pause and show you guys because it's right over here. Yeah, remember that Kane costume? I've been puff painting that whole thing. If you follow me on my Instagram, you know about it, but just like, if you're only here on YouTube, yeah, that's going to be a video coming up here in the somewhat near future. Anyways, back to the costume. You can see all of the, you know, the black on blue in there, which I will be painting. I gotta find my applicator tips because this, I think, will be requiring an applicator tip. You've got the fake seam lines kind of going down. Haven't quite figured out what I'm gonna do with those yet. May just leave them there, may just like kind of trace down 2 lines. We will see. And magically the jacket is off because it started getting warm. So you've got then the back of the costume here with the spider. Again, they did that printing on. I will be, again, adding the gaps on with blue puff paint to this, possibly also coloring in the spider to give it more of that amazing Spider-Man shine. But even just like by itself, like this thing looks great. Like McLean's pattern was designed in a way where he had the idea that you would puff paint it, so this suit should be puff painted. But just like, especially the blue, like I think he did it in a way where like you would see just like it's intended to be painted essentially. You got the back, you got the U-zipper, which goes down and around. Now I'm going to talk a very fun fact about the McLean suit for a second that not a lot of people probably know. So when you come around to it, you know, you got the suit like this. It goes down and it kind of like goes, you know, down and around the red parts like a standard U-zipper would. Now, technically, the suit is not supposed to be done like that. Technically, this is so nerdy. God, how do you do this with one hand? So basically the zipper is supposed to go down, actually sew into the blue right here, and then this red belt part is actually supposed to go over that. So the zipper essentially tucks down in here underneath with this on top, and then basically it's holding. It doesn't actually affect the outcome of the suit whatsoever, but it is the actual proper way that this thing is supposed to be sewn. I have a lot of weird niche knowledge about this costume in my brain. And then of course you've got the arms and the hands. Now you know, I got a way I can put this on. Give me 1 second. Also, just to show off here real quick, with the U-zip open, you get so much range for entering this costume. Like, that is a lot of space. Sometimes U-zippers are kind of tight and you gotta like hunch over, and it sucks when you get older and your back starts to hurt. But this looks like it won't be much of a problem at all. Like, that is a nice amount of real estate to work with for getting into your costume. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull on the arm of this thing. Now, one of the downsides I have found about the McLean suit, and I really, really hope that this does not get affected by the paint, the hand area, and especially like the wrist area, is a little bit tight. Now, it could just be me, maybe, but like pulling this on, it's a bit rough. So hopefully once I paint it out, Aaron is a little bit scrawnier than me, and I've put on some weight in the recent times, but so it should fit Aaron pretty well, and of course it is designed for his measurements, not mine. But yeah, so here is how that hand looks, and God, that is cool. Like, the hands are one of my favorite parts of the Amazing Spider-Man 1 suit. I don't know why, just something about having the blue on the gloves, having that athletic feel, not having, like, you know, having the standard webs here, but then these webs right here, just something about it I absolutely love. One thing we did find out that this suit is missing, I think Matt, my buddy Matt actually pointed this out, it's missing the finger detail. Now, it's a very small thing to miss. It's like a tiny piece of fabric, especially with this being actual colored fabric. I could see how they missed putting that detail on, but for me it's like, oh, once that was pointed out, I'm like, ooh, perfectionist Evan, I don't like that's missing. But here you got the palms and whatnot. It didn't have, I think the finger circle kind of made it onto some of them, so I will be painting those finger circles on. I am thinking about doing the leather parts for this, so I'm probably not going to paint this part of the palm quite yet, so I'm like, you know, like a leather square for here, and then matching leather to go here. I don't know, it could be fun. You've got the wrist zipper right there, which runs along. The seam goes kind of differently on the suit, which I've always found kind of cool. But yeah, those are the arms. It gets a little bit tight right here, I think, mainly. Oh, that's why. So let's see if we can get a good look at that. So there's a handful of pieces of fabric going on here. So there's the stripe for the arm, which is going all the way around and up to here. There's the red of the glove, and then there's actually just this singular blue piece that's like cut like a triangle there and then sewn in. Wow, this sewing on this thing is actually quite impressive for Heroes Time. Like, this is crazy. All right, so we're gonna continue moving on down the suit. You got the pants area, which you can actually see it's 2 separate pieces that are then sewn together right there. So it's kind of cool that detail's included. You got the backside with the booty. You got the stripe that goes and runs all the way down the costume, and then you get, of course, to the boots, and that's the end of the costume. Now, the boots are one of the most exciting things about this costume for me. Alright, so in case you don't know, the Amazing Spider-Man 1 suit for the shoe used an actual shoe from that existed in reality. It was this, the ASIC Dirt Dog 3. Yes, I do have a pair of this, just to keep as its own. I went a little bit crazy in the early 2010s, around 2012 when this movie came out, and collected way too many pairs of this shoe. But yeah, essentially what they did is they took this shoe, they talk about it in the behind the scenes, which is kind of cool, you see a clip of it. They painted a blue stripe down the bottom, they painted these sections here which are white, they painted those to red, they gave it a blue outline. You can actually see him wearing the modified shoe in the scene where he's running around on rooftops testing the web shooters for the first time. I think they also kind of painted these, and then they essentially, I don't know if they actually cut off the top or if they merged it in as a shoe. But basically they took the top part here, this whole thing off, and then just kind of merged the shoe into this to give it that shoe boot shape that it has in the movie. So what am I going to be doing? This is not the shoe that I'm going to be using. Like I said, this is my own personal wear shoe, which I just kind of keep almost for historical purposes at this point. But I do have this, which is the alternate color of the ASIC Dirt Dog 3. They did they did this one, which was the red and white version, or red and silver, I think technically. And then they also did a black and gold version. Now the fun thing with this is it's the exact same shoe. I just have to paint these bits to red, paint all of this to red, which I don't know how I'm going to do that, and then glue it on. Now you're probably wondering, Evan, what about your own personal costume? Well, here's the thing. I own like 3 different pairs of this, so using a pair for one of my best friend's costumes for a suit that I want to blow out of the water, also to kind of help get the Amazing Spider-Man suit out of my system potentially, so I'm donating a set of these shoes into that project, because why the hell not? So what is the idea with these? Gonna be taking this shoe here, and this, and merging them into one. Now, the way that it exists currently, it doesn't really, you can't really do it. Because you see, it almost goes. You can kind of squeeze it in if you push enough, but it doesn't quite fit perfectly. But this did make me realize something. The part that is stopping most of this from happening is, oh my god, is this sole here, and I started to play with it. I don't know if it's on this shoe. It's kind of on this shoe. So I started to play with it, and I realized you can pull that off. Okay, so here's where it actually is. So yeah, I started messing with it, and I realized you can pull that off, and it's still attached to the shoe under there. So what's my plan here? I'm not doing it all quite yet because I'm still a little bit scared. So I'm basically gonna take this sole off and hope that throwing this on works and it creates the whole shoe effect for the Amazing Spider-Man 1. So yeah, that's our crazy idea for my friend's suit. But anyways, guys, yeah, that is it. Thank you for watching this overview video. This is just the first episode of this. I am trying to decide how I want to do update videos on this because I'm not starting this project just quite yet because, like I said, I have that other Kane project to finish out painting so I can sell that costume. But yeah, this is going to be my next big painting project, and I'm so excited to do this. I'm hoping that it's going to get the Amazing Spider-Man 1 out of my system because I've been wanting to paint this exact style of costume for, as you guys know, for forever. But I feel like it might also make the temptations for where I will want one of my own, and then I'll get to do it all over again because I'm apparently insane. We're gonna have this mask in the outro because it looks so dang good. Anyways, guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I am trying to get back into making videos again. It is a passion of mine, and I've realized recently especially that making videos was and is and should be a big part of my creative process and how I make these costumes, because it's a lot of fun to show stuff off when you're making them. But yeah, guys, that is it. Thank you for watching. Hope you stick around for this project. Now that I've made this video, I can finally start on painting the dang thing, which is just, oh my god, oh, guys, you have no idea how excited I am to paint up this costume. Links for my social stuff is down in the description below. Gonna be real, I really only use Instagram these days. I don't use much else. There's not a point. Twitter or X, whatever you call it, is kind of dead now. I'm probably about to delete my account there. And I don't have much of anything else. So Instagram is the place to be. Vigilante Cosplay. Check it out. If you're not, you get more updates there. I post fun stuff every once in a while. And yeah, it's a dang good time. But anyways, everybody, hope you enjoyed this nice little surprise. It's nice to make a video after almost 2 years. Can't believe it's been that long since I posted anything. But yeah, we're getting back into it. I've made this video. We're going to be filming more videos. Yeah, stick around. Remember to stay frosty, and I will see you all in the next video. Hey guys, future Evan here. Yeah, so that video was actually filmed in November of 2024. It is now July or August of 2025 when I finally post this video. And I just wanted to say, because I have a very bad habit of, starting projects and then kind of falling off the face of the earth for a while, I wanted to prove to you guys that this one, it's not happening this time. If if you're following me on Instagram, you already have seen this, but if you happen to be one of the few people that follow me only on YouTube, yeah, progress update. Here's how it looks. More videos to come. There's going to be more than one video coming. There's a few cool things with this, but yeah, little teaser of what you guys have got in store, so stick around. Thanks for watching, everybody.